Finally, the one dude that went to the babe meeting, say hello to Brian. Hi Brian.
Hi Alfonso. Can I ask you something? Why am I on a cage? Over a pit of molten lava.
You are the one and only dude that went to the Portland Babe reunion, and I need answers. You either tell me what I want to hear, or you getting a hot bath tonight. Your last one. Muahahaha.
So, is this like the Tonight Show? Will Anne Hathaway plug her movie, and then move down a seat to make room for me? Because I could definitely get into sitting next to Anne Hathaway. Will the house band play an up-tempo rendition of Misty during the commercial break?
Nay, this is more like a Lame Stephen Colbert ripoff, but I'm more of a megalomaniac than he is. Now let's get things started. What the fuck, Brian? What the fuck?
I don't know either. Some people can probably answer that with religion, other people with science. I know the answer is above my pay grade, so I just try to survive, treat people right and enjoy life when I can.
Well answered, my friend, well answered. Let's move to the hardcore questions, so I can get the answers I need. Okay, I have to ask this first. As far as I can tell, you were the only guy to show up to the mysterious Portland Babe reunion. How did you get in under the radar? Are you one of the girls? If so, will you go to the New York City Babe reunion?
Well, I wouldn't say under the radar, because it wasn't really a secret, more like under-advertised. I was just in the right place at the right time. And I definitely wouldn't say I'm one of the girls. I'm 100% dude, bro. But I will say this, I'm married, and that makes a difference. If I had gone to Portland as a single guy, I probably would have hit on everybody, and that would have made it awkward, or super awesome, and sucked. As a married guy, I went there with my wife and just got to know people, and they were all really cool. I can't see fitting a New York reunion into my schedule, which is too bad. I'm sure it will be fun.
Should have fake you was drunk and propose a threesome to the wife with one of the babes and see what could have happened. If anything went wrong, you can always blame it on the booze.
It's so obvious you haven't met my wife. You could come visit me in the hospital after I made that suggestion. But as a general principle, if this is a fantasy, why limit yourself to 3?
True. To the next question, let's talk a little more of what went down on that reunion. Did anything sexy happen in Portland they aren't telling us about? Feel free to tell exciting lies if you haven't got any exciting truths.
No, nothing sexy happened at the Babe reunion when I was around, but somebody has a picture of all the female Goodreaders braiding each other's hair, if that gets you excited. Now if Jasmine's interview is to be believed, the New York Babe reunion will include skinny dipping. You should try to get in on that. When I was single, I was all about the code skinny dipping.
I'm working on that. If I don't crash the Nick Babe when I'm leaving Goodreads, I think that's all I need to know from the Babe reunion. Let's move to something else. Your avatar is a bird, and you have a shelf called Birds Are Awesome. What's up with that? Please tell me this is just a hobby for you, and not a weird sexual thing like that guy in the Nicolas Cage movie Birdie.
Nothing like that. Growing up, I always had dogs, but I've been living in dorms/apartments/condos for the past 25 years, and dogs just aren't that practical when you don't have a yard for them to play in. Birds are a practical pet for apartment dwellers, and I've really grown fond of them over the years. They are very intelligent creatures, and can be very affectionate, in a purely platonic way. Now that I've grown attached to my birds, if I did have a yard, I still wouldn't get a dog. I'd probably build an aviary.
It sounds to me like you were planning to train them and use them as minions in a sad attempt to world domination, but hey. Each to its own. Just don't fuck with my twin turtles, and it will all be fine.
Any attempt at world domination which requires the participation of cockatoos is probably fated to fail. They are very mild-mannered birds. I'm saying like your turtles would probably intimidate them.
You damn right it's doomed to fail. That's why I'm giving you the go-ahead. Let's switch gear. No offense, dude, but your reviews are very long. I mean, that's not necessarily a bad thing, but have you ever thought about trying to shorten things up a little? Some of us have day jobs we need to get back to, not me. I don't do shit. But I heard some complaints.
Did Esteban write this one? Okay, the long reviews. I think in my case, the internet is like a safety valve. In my offline life, I tend to not be very talkative. It's only when I go online that I can shut up. If you take that away from me, I may blow apart psychologically, or something.
You're another guns, gold, and government guy like Esteban. Tell me more about that. Should I go store some food and ammo in a cave somewhere, and wait for the end of civilization? 'Cause if that's the case, I may have to speed up my world domination plans.
Well, you shouldn't go hide in a cave. You should get involved with issues you care about. I care about corruption and the erosion of civil liberties. People died so we can have the Bill of Rights, and I feel like we're being bullied now into giving those rights away in the name of security. Our kids will have to live with that. I'm also upfront about questioning what happened on 9/11. The official story has a lot of holes in it, and I think it's important to know the truth. Sorry if I darkened the mood a bit. I'll get off my soapbox now. Oh, gold. What can I say? It's a good investment. Up almost 700% in less than 10 years.
Wow. My sources were right. You do take shit mad serious. Let's try some role-playing to see if I can bring absurd back. The police state you keep writing about has come and gone. It was overthrown, and a free society built on its ashes. The thing is that you'll have to name 5 literary characters to help you write the new constitution.
Finally, a question about books. Well, we don't need a new constitution. The one we have is wonderful, if only we would follow it. That kind of ruins the question, so I'm going to pick 5 literary figures for the first presidential cabinet of the new era. Winston Smith from 1984 can be Attorney General. He'd have a healthy respect for citizens' rights, due process, and a presumption of innocence. Howard Roark from the Fountainhead can be Secretary of Commerce. He'd root out corruption and kept bureaucracy to a minimum. Smedley Butler, War is a Racket, can be Secretary of Defense. He was a skilled and honorable general, and a man of the highest integrity. I'll make Socrates an all-purpose advisor, because he questioned everything, and believe me, everything should be questioned. And Sherlock Holmes can be Secretary of State, because he was wicked smart, yet idealistic, and he just seems like a guy I'd want to have on my side.
Dude. You thinking me too seriously? It sort of amuses me. And thinks you one of my little angels. Wahahaha. Let's end this one with one you'll like. As happens in The Time Traveler's Wife, you find yourself shifting about in time. For each of these situations, pick one good reader to accompany you, and explain your choice. A. You find yourself in ancient Rome with one other good reader. B. You find yourself in pre-Columbian America with one other good reader. C. You find yourself in the year 5700, on a city on Mars, with one other.
Part A is easy. I'd pick ya. Your little Ingel. She's an engineer who knows all about bridges, and I can tell you, the Romans were into bridges practically to the point of fetishism. They'd love her to pieces, so I could probably just hang loose with her, and I'd be fine. Part B. A tropical paradise with babes running around in grass skirts. No problems there. With plenty to go around, I guess I'd just pick some guy I could hang out with. I get along with all the guys I know on Goodreads, so there are many good choices. How about you, Alfonso? I bet we'd get along fine, hanging out on some pristine beach, sipping fruit juice and enjoying the, scenery. Part C. Well, I have no idea what the future will be like, but if we're on Mars, I guess we're pretty technologically advanced. Manny or Eric_W. Welch both seem like they'd be a good companions to handle whatever vague challenges a high-tech future might bring. I'd need to significantly improve my chess game if I wanted to hang out with Manny, though. This has been fun, thanks for inviting me. I look forward to reading more of your interviews. Can you let me out of the cage now? Is Anne Hathaway coming up next?
Not really, but you do get to leave my lair unharmed. Thank you for stopping by, stupid. This was fun.
Thank you. I am out.